Hey there, Chiefs fan. So let's talk about something that's been on a lot of minds lately, the Chiefs' edge rusher situation. You know, the position opposite George Karlaftis has been a bit of a concern for a while now. Karlaftis has been great, no doubt, but the Chiefs need that second guy to really get after the quarterback. And that's where the focus has shifted as we look to the 2025 NFL Draft. Brett Veach, the Chiefs GM, is no stranger to making big moves in the draft. He's been brilliant at identifying talent, and this year, he seems laser-focused on adding a playmaker to the edge rusher position. We've seen them do it before. Veach loves to dig deep for those under-the-radar guys with potential. Remember how Karlaftis was an under-the-radar pick? The same thinking applies now. The Chiefs are on the hunt for a raw, high-upside edge rusher who could develop into something special over time. But why is this such a big deal? The Chiefs' defense has been a key part of their Super Bowl runs. The pass rush has to stay strong and consistent, and adding another explosive edge rusher would only make it better. You need a rotation that keeps pressure on opposing quarterbacks all game long, right? With that in mind, they're looking for a guy who not only brings energy, but could evolve into a real game changer. And here's the exciting part. The Chiefs seem to be going after players with raw talent, guys who might not have all the polished skills yet, but have the tools to develop into stars with the right coaching. It's about potential and upside. So let's dive deeper into the kind of players Veach is targeting this draft. But before we move on, tell me, do you think the Chiefs are focusing on the right type of edge rusher? Let me know in the comments. Alright, now that we've got the stage set, let's dive into why the Chiefs are zeroing in on raw talent for the edge rusher spot. It's no secret that Veach and the Chiefs scouting team are all about finding diamonds in the rough. They've done it before and they're doing it again this year. The Chiefs love taking risks on players who have the physical traits and potential to develop into top-tier players, even if they don't come in with the polished skills of a seasoned pro. Why is this so important? Well, the Chiefs know that developing talent can lead to long-term success. Think about it. If you bring in a raw guy and invest in his development, you're not just adding a player to your team for one season. You're setting yourself up with someone who can contribute for years to come. That's how you build sustained success, especially with a position as critical as edge rusher. You need guys who can eventually step in and be difference makers when the pressure's on, not just flash for a season. The Chiefs have a history of bringing in players who are a bit of a gamble, but have all the right tools. Karlaftis is a prime example. He wasn't the most polished prospect, but his upside was undeniable, and with the edge rusher position being so crucial for the Chiefs, it makes perfect sense that Veach would double down on these high upside picks in the draft. The Chiefs aren't just looking for someone who can help right now, they're looking for the guy who could potentially explode into a star under the right guidance and training. What are the key traits the Chiefs are looking for in these raw edge rusher prospects? First, they're after guys with the right physical attributes: athleticism, speed, size, all the things that make an edge rusher difficult to stop. Second, they're looking for pass rush potential. Can this guy get to the quarterback? Do they have the instincts to disrupt plays and make life hard for opposing offenses? Even if they've only scratched the surface, that's enough to get the Chiefs' attention. But here's where I want to hear from you. What do you think about taking these kinds of risks in the draft? Do you trust Veach's judgment in going for raw, high upside guys, or do you think they should go for more polished, ready-to-play talent? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know what you think of Chapter 2. Ready for the next one? Alright, now let's get into the first of these raw edge rusher prospects, the one and only Oluwafemi Oladejo from UCLA. This guy is pretty intriguing. Aladejo is a classic example of the type of player the Chiefs are eyeing. He doesn't come with a huge reputation, but he's got a ton of potential. Last season, he made a big switch, moving from off-ball linebacker to edge rusher. And let me tell you, the results were impressive. At 6'3" and 259 pounds, Aladejo has the build you want in an edge rusher. He's got that perfect mix of size and athleticism that gives him the potential to be a force off the edge. In 2024, he posted 57 total tackles, including 23 solo stops for 0.5 sacks, 14 tackles for loss, and even batted down to passes. Not bad for someone making the transition to edge rusher, right? What stands out most about Aladejo is how natural he looks at the position. Despite only playing edge for one season, he already has the feel for rushing the passer and defending the run. The Chiefs seem to like what they see in Aladejo, and it's easy to understand why. His hand usage, his ability to shed blockers, and his relentless motor all make him an intriguing prospect for the Chiefs. Even in his first season as an edge rusher, he showed that he has the tools to be a serious threat to opposing quarterbacks. He's got great instincts when it comes to pass rushing, and his ability to hold his own against the run is something that stands out on tape. What's really exciting is that the Chiefs could take a chance on Aladejo on day 2 of the draft. If they bring him in, he could complement Karlaftis perfectly, and with the right coaching, his potential is sky high. Oladejo's raw skills and ability to develop in a professional system make him a perfect fit for the Chiefs' defensive needs. But before we dive into our next prospect, I want to hear from you. What do you think about Oladejo's potential? Could you see him thriving with the Chiefs? Drop your thoughts below. Do you think he has the right stuff to be a big-time contributor in the NFL? Now, let's switch gears and talk about another exciting edge rusher prospect, Hassanain from Boise State. This guy has a really unique story, and his background is part of what makes him such an intriguing prospect for the Chiefs. Hassanain's journey to football is one of those tales that really stands out. Born in Egypt, he didn't even start playing football until he moved to the US, and he didn't even know English that well at first. Can you imagine that, moving to a new country, learning a new language, and picking up football all at once? But that didn't stop him. Over the past 6 years, Hassanain has turned into one of the most exciting edge rushers in college football. Standing at 6'2" and weighing in at 267 pounds, Hassanain has a solid frame for an edge rusher. His physical attributes combined with his 32¼ inch arms make him a formidable presence off the edge. But what really caught the Chiefs' eye is his pass rush toolbox. Over the past 2 seasons, he's been absolutely dominant at Boise State, posting 101 total tackles, 33 tackles for loss, 22 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and even a fumble recovery. This kid has been making plays all over the field, and his pass rush moves are a big reason why. He's generating so much buzz. What's really impressive about Hassanain is his ability to counter and adapt as a pass rusher. He's got the speed and the strength to get around blockers, but he also has the awareness to adjust mid-play and create pressure when it matters most. His upside is huge, and while he might need some refinement in terms of technique, he's got the raw tools to develop into a serious NFL threat with the right coaching. The Chiefs seem to be all in on Hassanain's potential. They love his raw skills, and considering his background and how much he's already developed in a short amount of time, it's clear they see the massive upside. With the right coaching and training, he could very well be a steal for the Chiefs, especially in the later rounds. So what do you think of Hassanain's journey and his potential in the NFL? Could he be the type of raw, high-upside player that helps take the Chiefs' defense to the next level? Let me know what you think in the comments. So let's wrap things up by talking about what these 2 edge rusher prospects, Aladejo and Hassanain, could mean for the Chiefs in 2025 and beyond. As we've seen, both of these players come with a lot of raw talent and untapped potential. For a team like the Chiefs, who are aiming to keep building on their already strong defense, these guys could be game changers down the road. But what's really important is how they fit into the long-term defensive strategy for Kansas City. Both Aladejo and Hassanain could add depth to the Chiefs' defensive line, something they've been working to strengthen for a while now. With George Karlaftis already bringing pressure on one side, Adding a guy like Aladejo or Hassanain to complement him could create a much more potent pass rush rotation. You need more than just one guy getting to the quarterback, right? You need a group that can rotate in and keep the pressure on all game long. That's what makes this type of edge rusher prospect so appealing. Both of these players could develop into a strong part of that rotation. When you think about the Chiefs' broader draft strategy, it's clear they're looking for players who not only have immediate impact, but also long-term potential. These high-upside, raw talent picks give the team a chance to develop someone into a real star while still leaving room for proven veterans to make an immediate difference. It's all about balance. So, what do you think, Chiefs fan? How do you feel about the possibility of adding one of these edge rushers to the team? Which one would you prefer the Chiefs target in the draft? Drop your thoughts below and let me know. And if you liked this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, go Chiefs!